were just like, hey, I made 200,000 this year. I made this amount this year.
Yeah.
And it blew my mind, seeing there's people out there that are making six figures in this industry. That got me thinking. I was like, man, if they are making that kind of money,
Right.
I wonder what I could do. And, I saw your video with a few other people. I'm like, all they got was a mop and a bucket, and they made 200,
Right.
300, $500,000. Even some people millions and millions. So that's what got me into it. And then from there, we just kind of took off and, ran it with it.
Headed to the top, there ain't none of y'all stopping me. Used to say I never get a ring, Charles Barkley. Now I got a wife, got kids, own property. Bubble-eyed beans that look like that be watching me. Okay, I lied about the beans, but that was hard though. I'm still in that black act, but she starred though. Cause that's all it takes. I'm flashing for. I'm on my grind, not no more fashion show.
What's up, y'all? I am back, the GOAT of the cleaning industry, Mr. AJ Simmons, founder of the Clean Biz Network. And today I have a guest on for the Clean Biz Network podcast. And today I'll be interviewing a serial entrepreneur out of Greensboro, North Carolina. He owns multiple businesses, and he also has 2 bachelor's degrees and a master's degree. So you already know we about to get serious here. So please welcome Mr. Darrel Moyd. What's going on, Darrel?
Nothing much, AJ. Doing good. How about yourself?
I'm pretty good, bro. So if you've seen the show, then you already know we usually started off with this golden question. If you don't mind sharing with us about where you are roughly as far as revenue goes with your cleaning company.
Oh man, good question. We celebrating. We just hit the $300,000 a year mark. So big ups to the team and the family, man. We've came a long way. So
love that. And guess what? I got something new for you. We're gonna go ahead and clap that up for you. We can clap that up. Absolutely. Congrats on that, man. So first though, before we jump into how you got into all of that, and before we jump into how you got to that point, let's just rewind a little bit to just talk about who is Darrel. Where you from? Like what you did before you got started with your cleaning company, all that stuff.
Okay. Yeah, sure, man. First and foremost, got to give my hometown, Whiteville, North Carolina. My family's going to laugh at me. Nobody ever shouts out Whiteville. I was born there, grew up here in Greensboro. My family and I, we moved around quite a bit. We lived in Georgia, South Carolina, you name it. We moved around quite a bit. I call Greensboro my second home. So prior to cleaning, the bulk of my experience has been in the sales industry and customer service, primarily in corporate sales with companies like AT&T, Dun & Bradstreet, which is the Business Credit Bureau. And most recently, before cleaning, I was actually a sales manager and general manager for a local gym here in Greensboro. And that's pretty much what I was doing up until, I decided to go into business for myself. That's what's
up, bro. Okay, now let's talk about this. All right, so what made you in particular get into the cleaning industry?
Yeah, funny story. I was actually working for the gym, at the time, and I got word that the owner was going to be, closing our location, just due to some things with, through COVID. It's right in the middle of COVID-19. We were the only gym open here in Greensboro, and on the back end of COVID, once everything started to open up, they just made a decision to close. Well, while we were open, we had to constantly do tedious cleaning in the gym. And naturally, our gym members and next door neighbors, our next door neighbor was a Food Lion. And they would always ask, hey, what are y'all doing to stay open? We were never a COVID hotspot. There was a lot of local politicians that were pushing to try to close the gym down. But, because we were able to keep a lot of the disinfection things in place, we were able to stay open. So naturally, a lot of the business owners that worked out at the gym were just like, hey, can you help me? We want to open, we want to reopen. What are you doing so that y'all are not, causing COVID outbreaks? And for me, that kind of planted that seed, but I still wasn't sold on, having a cleaning business. I didn't even think about owning a cleaning business. The decision came was one night, kind of the reason why, I told you I cut my hair. I was actually on track to go into the military, and one of those long nights I'm watching YouTube videos and watching different training videos for the military, and your video actually popped up just randomly. It was just like 10 steps on how to start a cleaning business. And then right behind you, there's some other cleaning business YouTubers out there, and they were just like, "Hey, I made 200,000 this year. I made this amount this year."
Yeah.
And it blew my mind, seeing there's people out there that are making six figures in this industry. And that got me thinking. I was like, man, if they are making that kind of money,
Right.
I wonder what I could do. And naturally, I started thinking about all those people at the gym that just kept asking me, hey, and that's kind of how it all started, man. And from there, I got with my brother, and man, and we started trying to tackle this cleaning thing, and I've been going ever since.
So you got Cleaning Carolinas. What services do you guys offer?
Yeah, so right now we've been able to offer, your typical home cleaning, as well as we clean businesses. We offer carpet cleaning as well as window washing and painting.
Gotcha. Now, what made you go that route, like to choose to offer multiple services versus just focusing on one?
Just being in jobs and contracts, clients needing other things, especially, we initially started out as just, cleaning homes. That was easy to me. It's easy money, easy way to find clients. But then they started asking, hey, we have a painter coming. Can you guys get in here when they're done? Or we have a carpet cleaner. Can you get in here after they're done? So right. I started to think to myself, well, instead of you calling them, we could come in and we can knock out that carpet cleaner for you. Right. And that's kind of how it started, just doing odd jobs here and there. And then more and more people started to request it. We just kept it in our normal Rolodex. Yeah,
for sure. So basically it's like, oh, whatever it is, no matter what you need, we gonna figure it out. We ain't gonna never turn away no money.
Hey, I'm telling you, man, early on, people would ask for all kinds of things, and we were just like, you know what? Yeah, let's do it. I had no idea, especially, carpet cleaning and painting. I'm like, I have no idea how to paint a house, but yeah, right. Come on, I'll do it. Let me walk through, show me what you need, and we'll figure it out.
That's that hustle mentality. I love it now.
Oh yeah.
When they get started with a business, they struggle with the basic stuff, bro. And it could be something as simple as, how do I come up with my name of my company? So I'm going to ask you, how did you come up with the name for your company?
Sitting around the house, I knew right off the bat, I grew up always wanting to be an entrepreneur anyway, but I knew that I didn't want to have something that I couldn't potentially grow later. So I didn't want it to be like Darrel's, cleaning service, or, Moyd's cleaning service, just because my initial plans for this was to, I'm very competitive, so I wanted to be one of those big organizations like the Gen Pro and whoever else out there. Yeah. And I thought, what could make us the most reputable, or the most, what could grow the brand the most. And right. I started thinking about, the Carolina brand. Everybody loves the name Carolina in this state. So I thought, how could I integrate that name into a business? What are people going to be searching online? They're going to be looking for cleaning services in North Carolina. And naturally, that's how I came up with it. And then part two, kind of like our mission for the company. I do a lot of, services with community, local community out there, to where we'll work with like the local Boys and Girls Club, or, the Big Brothers program, or Habitat for Humanity. We'll go and connect with them to do different community cleanup projects. Like recently we had a big tornado here, in Greensboro, and we were one of the, first companies out, giving out waters or picking up debris, whatever we could do to help those efforts. So that was kind of the other thing that fed into it, like, oh, we're going to help clean up North Carolina, if that makes sense. Right. So cleaning Carolinas.
Now I love that, bro, and that's something that anybody can use. It's like, just take advantage of your locality, like, because 9 times out of 10, that's how people gonna search it. So it definitely help with your SEO too, as well, for sure.
Yes, sir. All
right. Now I see you have other companies as well. So first off, did you start the cleaning company first, then get into the other companies, or did you have a company before your cleaning company?
No, I've had hustles throughout my life, but right. The cleaning service is my actual, my first true business. And later on down the line, I saved up enough money to go into other ventures. I've always initially when I first started this, we'll talk about this later, but I looked at the cleaning industry as kind of like a stepping stone to what I truly wanted to do later. It was just that low barrier of entry of why I got into cleaning. I was watching Shark Tank, and I'm watching, The Profit on TV, which is one of my favorite shows. I was like, man, these people are getting so rich off of the simplest idea. And, I saw your video with a few other people. I'm like, all they got was a mop and a bucket, and they made 200, right. 300, $500,000. even some people millions and millions. So that's what got me into it.
Yeah.
And then from there, we just kind of took off and, ran with it. With the cleaning side, my next business venture was actually a gym. I actually invested into a partner of mine. Like I said, I used to work for a gym.
Mm-hmm.
And so naturally I would network with a lot of other general managers in the area.
Okay.
And a buddy of mine, he had just bought into a franchise here. He was trying to help get it off the ground. So I went ahead and invested into that, to that business with him. That was my first, real investment outside of the cleaning industry. Now I'm actually just a, 40%, investor into that, silent partner. Okay. I just kind of help him with advice and mentorship on how to actually operate that. And then from there, just recently, man, we haven't even gotten operations. This is right before Thanksgiving. Okay. I went ahead and purchased a laundromat, local laundromat here in High Point, which is about 30 minutes away. So.
Congrats on that. I'll tell you, laundromat is something I always looked into. Like I always thought about it, but never pulled the trigger on it. So that's nice to hear that you actually did that, bro. So I guess my next question got to be automatically, what advice could you give to somebody who's thinking about starting multiple different ventures? Just what advice in general would you give them?
For me personally, what would have helped me out, someone could have told me this before, was, focus and develop on your bread and butter. Like, the cleaning industry for me, when I first started, the cleaning business was my bread and butter. But, there's all these different shiny objects is what I call them. Like, oh, here's this opportunity. And, once you start making some money, you want to try to put your hands on all these different things and you forget about your bread and butter. You forget to nurture that. And for me, and I harp on myself a lot, like, yes, I announced we just hit that $300,000 a year mark. We should have hit that 2 years ago.
Yeah.
And because I took my focus off of cleaning and focused here and focused there and doing all these different things, it slowed our growth down. And so I would say, hey, develop your primary business first. The opportunities will be there. Those shiny objects, they'll always be around. Develop your baby and then grow, once it's time. So.
No, that's facts, bro. I was literally just beating myself up about the same thing. And I'm gonna do a video on this, but I'm just gonna say it now since you're on the topic. But I'm gonna talk about this too, because I see so many people, they start the cleaning company and immediately, a few months later, they trying to sell a course on it. They want to be YouTubers. They basically, and I understand they're trying to follow in my footsteps, but bro, I only really like started monetizing and doing the consulting side mainly because I had a non-compete with the franchise I was with, and I couldn't start a cleaning company. That was number one. And then number two, like you said, I was kind of looking at the cleaning company as a stepping stone to get to the next thing. But if I would have known that you can really build $100 million or plus cleaning company, like those are real. If I knew that, bro, and my revenue would have went up way faster than what it's done. So I'm with you 1,000% on that.
I'm telling you, man, and that's why I follow you so much, AJ, is because, I'm sure your mom or grandma, someone in your family at some point told you, hey, a hard head make a soft, what. and
we cuss over here. It's fine.
You're right. Well, my mom's going to see this, so, nah.
Okay. And actually, I'm supposed to be cleaning it up anyway. We're trying to get different type of dollars 2024, right?
See, I'm right there with you, man. Yeah. So, no, man, like I said, I had to learn the hard way. And like you said, I saw the videos, I saw your success story. Like, yes, this man is he's doing it. I've seen, William Wade, like all of the CBN, heavy hitters, like they're making six figures. But for me personally, just the way that I am is like, that's not me though,
Yeah.
And until it was me, and I realized like, man, I look at the P&L and I'm just like, or you look at all the leads that came and all the proposals and you're like, man, if I would have kept my attention here, where could we have been? So that's one of my biggest advices is, don't leave the farm before it's ready to harvest,
Big facts, bro. Big facts. I can't wait to speak on that video, bro. All right. So the next one, I'm gonna ask you about this too. You got all of these degrees, man. Like you're an educated brother. So just talk about like, how has your college background helped you with your company?
Oh man, tremendously. So I have to go back to why I stuck with college to start with, right?
Okay.
For me, early on, before, as soon as I graduated high school, went to college, I started working for, corporate 5 or 1,000 companies. Like AT&T is my first job.
Yeah.
And from there, within the first few months, I started getting different promotions, or you get, awarded as the top rep in this area. So very early on, I was seeing really good income. Mm-hmm. And truthfully, AJ, I didn't have to go to school. I chose to stay in it, one, because of sports, but two, because what I noticed at that point was the credibility side. So you asked me, like, what made me stick with it was for that credibility.
Said something key right there. I want you to keep going, but you said I didn't have to go to school. Explain that for me.
So I didn't have to go to school because, quote unquote, they teach us, when we're young. I can speak for me. I can't speak for everybody. Mm-hmm. But my parents, my grandparents, is like, hey, make sure, you finish school and you go to college so that way you get the good job, right?
Right.
And so for me, that was number one thing. Like, hey, I need to go work for this Fortune or this big company so that way I'm good. That was my mindset, which is why, I was good with technology. So I pursued AT&T, or actually it was Verizon first, then AT&T. And I excelled at it. Sales is kind of my thing.
Yeah.
And even in this role, like now that I'm in college, I'm still seeing commission checks for, to where I'm making more than people that have degrees. And I don't even have a college degree. I'm barely out of high school.
Right.
So, in that sense, that's what I mean. Like, I didn't have to stay in college at that point. I was making enough money to where, I could have made a career out of it. I could have been a career salesperson and just stuck with making commission here and there.
Yeah.
But, where it came in is, like I said, early in my I'm still young, but younger days, I had locks, I was, dressed in street clothes, quote unquote. Mm-hmm. And, a lot of these scenarios, like I would have clients come in, or I would have to go to different trainings, and it was always this stigma, always this pause in the room. We're talking about dollars and cents. You get into budget meetings and you get into coachings, and everyone would kind of look at you with a side eye, because it's like, well, who's this young man for one? And then this young Black man on top of that, who is he to be able to speak on this company, especially big brands like those?
Right.
So for me, it's like, well, that first obstacle for them promoting would be, oh, you don't have the educational background. Mm-hmm. Oh, you can't be in this room, you can't be in this training because you don't have these specific licenses or certifications.
Yeah.
So it became for me, all right, I'm going to prove you. You're going to throw this obstacle at me. All right, let me show you why you're wrong. So now I have the revenue, I have the checks to show you, hey, you don't have to have a degree. Here's my, commission check that I made in this 1 month, which is double what you just made at your hourly job or at your, salary job. That was one revenue. And then number two, you're going to tell me, hey, I have to have a degree before you could promote me. Okay, well, here's my certificate to where I got promoted or hired on as a sales manager first, now as a district manager, for one of the largest, companies in the in the world. Yeah. Being, Verizon and AT&T. So like, here you go with that. Boom. Number three, I can't have conversations with high-end business owners about their budgeting. Well, let me show you. So then I go work for Dun & Bradstreet, which is one of the biggest business credit bureaus. Work for them. Well, I talk to businesses every day, all day long. How can I not help you, or how can I not give you any value? And you see what I've done with this company. So it became I'm going to prove you wrong type of thing.
Yeah.
And then number two, like now I graduate, I have all these degrees, like here's extra credibility, as if that other stuff wasn't enough.
I love that, bro. I love that. So basically you just got a will to win no matter what. It's like, however you telling me I can't win, watch me. You know what I mean? That's kind of what I hear.
That's my motto. Man. Like, let me show you. And I get it, from my mom. I have to give my moms and my dad credit for that, because I grew up watching them do it. Hey, whatever they, had to do, however they had to make it happen, man. Thank you. And my mom would say, like, I give her credit for the street side, right?
Yeah.
And then my dad, I give him credit for, he was there to help through my stubbornness. Hey, here's a better way to do that, son. So
man, it's so important to have those them 2-parent homes that make a difference. Well, actually, you didn't never say if they were 2-parent home or not, but you said they both are in your life. So I'm assuming that.
Yeah. Yeah, okay, they're both in my life very much. Yeah.
Okay, yes. All right, cool, bro. And by the way, before we move on from that, what are the degrees again? Like, what are the studies? I just want to point it out for the viewers.
Yeah. So my first degree was in actually I changed it to sports science or kinesiology, make it simple, and then the
Okay.
second one is in business administration.
Okay. And then the
Yes,
master's,
sir.
I assume, is in business administration.
Kinesiology.
Okay, bet. So that was the one
Yeah,
you went deep in. Okay, bet. All right.
yeah.
So what was
So
the plan for that?
once upon a time, man, I was on track to become a doctor and
Yeah.
studying biology and all this different stuff. And I had a major injury, like I was saying, with my leg.
Mhm.
And that switched me from, pursuing being a doctor to focusing more on the rehab side, because I got to see like going through rehab helped bring me out of a dark space after, I injured my leg and everything like that. So I wanted to work more on that side.
Yeah.
And then also in my free time, I actually coach like local, football and track and field. That's my true passion. And so going into the kinesiology side helped me, focus more on that area.
Okay. Okay. Fair enough. Fair enough. Now, Darrell, I gotta ask you this now. So, what is your typical work day looking like right now for your company?
Yeah, so actually, I'm proud to say, man, it's been a long time coming. For me personally, most of my days are spent mostly just cleaning. I'll clean the equipment
Yeah.
for the guys or gals, and then I'll also do any like repairs and maintenance stuff. So vacuum go down, I'll take care of that stuff. But pretty
Right.
much, I'm usually working about 3 to 4 hours on those type of things, rather it be equipment maintenance or it be ordering new whatever we need around. And then just I handle all of our new hire onboarding, so that way the
Okay.
team can just pretty much focus on the daily job of everything else. I want every new person that we have to hit the team efficient and profitable from that first day. So
Sure.
they spend
Okay.
that
So,
first week or two with me.
so you pretty much you got your systems in place, is what it sounds like to me.
Working on it. I won't say they're all the way cemented in place. That's what I've
Yeah.
had conversations with you. For me, it's that automation process, man. That's
Yeah.
that's the one that gets me. I'll tell you, like now, I don't clean like every day. I'm not in a client's home. I'm not in a client's business.
Yeah.
I actually took up teaching. Like I actually will go teach at a school.
Wow.
I did that on purpose, so that way I have to designate my time to go to this other place, and I can't focus on the cleaning business.
Mhm.
So now I had to take that step for me because otherwise I would keep my hands in everything in the cleaning business.
Facts. Yeah.
So that's something for me. I'm still working on it. So yes, we have systems in place.
Yeah.
It's just now letting those systems go. Like you have to kind of let it operate and let it grow itself. So
Yeah. And trust it. Trust it is gonna actually do what you designed it to do. Yeah.
trust it, and then trust my people. That's the other big one. I hire people, a really good team now, strong leaders especially. And I remember how hard it was to find these people and trust those people to put them in these positions.
Yeah.
So now it's just a matter of letting them do their jobs, and that's the hardest thing. Because like, hey, I know I can do it, but
Yeah.
letting them do it and letting them take that ownership of it, that's been a big growth point for me.
Yeah, for sure. By the way, if you don't mind sharing, bro, how old are you?
I'm 27.
Okay, because you've done a lot, man, in a short time. It sounds like, so. Congrats on that, man. You still young
Well,
for sure.
Working for me started early, man. Like I said, I started, this probably at about 15 or 16.
Yeah.
I've always been, a hustler, just that mindset, but
Yeah.
really focusing on work and, and all of that stuff. It started about 15 for me.
Are you looking to start your own cleaning company? Or maybe you started your cleaning company, but you just need a support group, some mentorship, some guidance. Hell, a bidding calculator just to help you know if you're pricing the job correctly. Join us at cleanbiznetwork.app. That's www.cleanbiznetwork.app today and get on the right track with your cleaning company. We have everything you could possibly need to get you going in the right direction, and see why we've been the leading cleaning business consulting company for the past 5 years, and why they call me, AJ Simmons, the cleaning business GOAT. So I can help you just like I've helped and my company has helped thousands of other people start and grow their cleaning companies. Go to the number one source today, www.cleanbiznetwork.app. Thank you. One of the questions about the cleaning business that people probably want to know. So,
Yeah.
do you remember how you found your first client, and is that the same way that you use to find customers now?
Yeah, I remember. Like, I still have it. I used Thumbtack to get my very first customer, and
Nice. That was
what
residential.
it was. Yeah, it's for home cleaning, a house cleaning.
Okay.
For me, I wanted to prove it again because I saw these videos where people making all this money, and
Right.
so I'm like, no way somebody's making $300-400 cleaning a house, and I'm like, yeah, people are doing this. So
Yeah, they are.
I jumped on Thumbtack, and because again, I didn't know anything about cleaning, so I was like, the fastest way to get a client is a house cleaning client from
Right.
videos that I've seen online. So I was like, all right, we're gonna do house cleaning. And ironically, Thumbtack ad had popped up around the same time. You know how the internet talks to each other.
Yeah.
So it knew I was looking at it, and from there, I mean, that same day, like I created a Thumbtack at about 11, and my first client reached out to me at about 1. So,
Wow.
and we were over there cleaning her house at like 3:30 that same day.
Wow, that's crazy. So now, what's the method you're using today to get most of your clients?
So today is completely different.
Okay.
We're not primarily residential anymore. Primarily now commercial.
Okay.
And mostly we do a lot of like city contract stuff.
Yep.
So a lot of city like procurement. That's just like a trigger word.
Yep.
It's how I get most of our contracts now are through city procurement. So we'll just go online. You can Google. I live in Greensboro, so I just type in Greensboro procurement, and they'll have a whole list of different things open. And truthfully, AJ, where I go from there is a lot of these big jobs, they'll have these interest meetings before you can bid on it. You have to go to the site, sit in on this meeting. From there, that's where I connect. I use networking. So you see all kinds of contractors. They may have a plumbing contractor, a lighting contractor, everybody that, has to contribute to this one job. Cleaning is just one small part. I connect with everybody else because they have other jobs or other bids that they're working on.
Nice.
And that's how I get so many of our contracts just from those meetings.
There we go. So y'all heard it. Get out here and network, and also look up your procurement in your city. All right, and that's basically government contracts, correct?
Yes, sir. Yep.
There we go. All right. Just want to make sure now I don't mix nothing up with you. All right. Now, one last one before we jump into this lightning round here. So,
yes, sir.
What has been the hardest part for you as far as growing the business?
Oh man, committing to it 100%. Specifically cleaning, and no shade on cleaning or anybody in the cleaning industry or looking to get into it. For me personally, I wasn't the person that grew up just saying, "Hey, I want to be in the cleaning industry." Certainly when I first started, like I said, my first client was a house cleaning client. I did not see myself, cleaning up anybody's house. Like I'm this young man, I had degrees, I had this, I had that. I'm not trying to clean anybody's house. So I had to humble myself and understand like, hey, this isn't our end goal. We're trying to get to here, but again, we're using this as a stepping stone to get us to where we need to be. So committed to it 100%. When I first started, I had 1 foot in, 1 foot out. Like maybe I'll stick with cleaning, maybe I won't. So that first year was just about me fully committing myself to this business. And then after that, within year 2, it was about committing to, this is when I started connecting with you more, committing to the systems. Like you have to have the systems in place and being committed to allowing the systems to actually, work itself. Like, it doesn't do me any good to have a onboarding system if I'm still going to be the person doing all the paperwork. Or, it doesn't do any good for me to hire a cold caller if I'm still going to be the person that jumps on the phone for 8 hours out of the day, making the calls. So it's nothing wrong with that. Do it, if you're able to. But if I have these positions or if I have these things in place, then let them be in place. So just being committed to it was my biggest thing.
Damn, I think that might be mine. I'm with you on that one, bro. All right, bro. So I'm gonna do this thing here. We call the lightning round. So basically, how it works is I say a word or a phrase, and you tell me the first thing that come to mind. And today I'm gonna do something I ain't never done before. I got some audio in here. Next time I'll be more prepared and put my own music in here. But they got some random music in here, so I'm gonna try something. I'm gonna play this in the background while we do the thing, just to set the tone a bit. So let's see what this sounds like. All right, so you heard the rules already. All right, so here we go. The first word is Greensboro.
Oh, opportunity, man. Flourishing.
Okay. Next one is entrepreneurship.
Ooh. It can be a rat race. I know it's more than one word. It can be a rat race.
Okay. Next one will be the cleaning business.
Ooh. leveling up.
Yeah, for sure.
Leveling
right.
up.
Social media.
Social media is a good one. Networking.
Okay, fair enough. Speaking of social media, you got some stuff coming up, don't you, as far as social media goes?
Oh yeah, I've been keeping it quiet. So yeah, I'm actually getting ready to roll out a YouTube channel. Believe it or not, those who that know me know, how I am about putting myself on camera. So definitely looking at that. It'll be more so, telling my journey from a cleaning perspective, and then also just documenting like the sports side of my life. So a lot of people want to kind of see the insides of coaching football or coaching track, what all goes into that. So I'm going to actually show them the actual coach side of it, the admin side, not so much the X's and O's side of stuff. So that'll be fun.
Like that. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. How can we find that if we wanted to check that out?
For now, follow me on my Instagram and Facebook. Instagram is just DAMOYD, so like the first two letters of my name, DA Moyd. And then I'll roll that out once it's ready. I actually don't have the channel. I have the channel created. It's private, so it's not gonna let anybody find it yet.
Gotcha. Make sure you come back and see me as soon as it drops. We're gonna make sure we let them know. All right.
Oh, definitely. Hey, be in CBN. I'll post it in CBN also for everybody else.
There we go. Join us in Clean Business Network. All right.
Yes,
all right.
Sir.
Back to the music, and we're gonna jump right back in this lightning round. All right. Next one I got for you is, which social media platform do you spend the most time on consuming?
Okay, consuming right now, definitely Instagram and X. It's probably like right up there with each other.
That's mine too. My same too. I think I do X more because I feel like less of a consumer for some reason. I don't know what it is. I just feel like I'm being less of a slacker on X compared to if I'm on Instagram scrolling. I feel like I'm just losing in life. But anyway, which one do you prefer for business? Would you rather have $1 million in cash or $15,000 per month in guaranteed net cash flow?
Does the cash flow continue even if I'm around or not?
That's the caveat. So the answer is no, but I'll be waiting to see if somebody's gonna be no to ask that, right?
give me the upfront cash, man. Give me the $1 million. Yeah.
Okay. Fair enough. I like that follow-up question. That was a very, very, very smart question. All right.
Yeah.
Key to success.
Perseverance.
Yep.
Yeah, perseverance is probably the number one thing I can think of.
All right. Next one is your favorite hobby when you have free time.
Oof. It's gonna sound corny. I like to go to Walmart or Lowe's and just walk around. Just walk around and just sightsee for no reason at all. That's probably my thing. Like I said, I coach football, so I like football and track. But nothing like walking around Walmart or Lowe's.
You know what I like to do, but it gotta be in the daytime on like a random Tuesday or something. I like the fact to be there. I feel like I'm stunting if I'm in there in the daytime where everybody else, like most people at work, and I'm out there with all the retired people. It feels like a stunt to me. Anyway.
The best time, early in the morning. I'm telling you, yes sir, yes sir.
That's funny. All right. What else I got here? Your favorite YouTube channel other than mine?
Right now it's a guy, Mike Andes. He's big on lawn care.
I seen him. He's good.
Yeah, with Augusta Lawn Care, man. I mean, his stuff. He helped me open my eyes up a lot to like the actual business side to the service industry.
Right.
And I just apply a lot of that stuff. I apply to cleaning. So, Mike Andes definitely for sure is one of mine. And then Earn Your Leisure.
Okay.
Is another one. Specifically, I like individual. Any stories about people like yourself, that had to overcome something and created something from, nothing. Yeah. Anything like that is, I love watching that stuff.
That's what's up. All right. Now, your best decision you've made in business so far?
Remove it or allowing my team to, do their jobs. I said that earlier. Like for me, a big thing was hiring a general manager and an operational manager. And letting them actually execute everything, of the business, and it's been fruitful, for me, and allowed me to do a lot of things. I don't have to be, in the cleaning business every day anymore. So, for me, that was the biggest thing.
Gotcha. All right, your favorite type of music?
Oof. Toss up probably gospel or hip hop.
Nice, nice. Okay, because
Yeah.
regardless of what you said there, I was still going to ask you this one. I always ask this one at the end. Top 5 rappers all time. Ready, go.
Ooh. Gotta go J. Cole.
Okay.
Gotta go J. Cole.
Hometown.
Yeah, the Fayetteville connection. I went
Yeah.
to his street, Forest Hills Avenue, when I used to go to school at Methodist. So I've seen his house that he grew up in.
Okay.
Gotta go J. Cole, Kendrick Lamar for sure.
Okay.
He got in some trouble, but the baby, he's from
Okay.
Charlotte. Um, God, number 4. Can I do outside of rap, outside of hip hop?
Go for it.
I gotta put Tamla Man. Tamla Man's my
Okay.
girl. Gospel
Okay.
singer.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then top, gospel artist, Kirk Franklin. Gotta have Kirk Franklin in my top
Okay.
5.
Yeah. Yeah. He definitely he ushered in the whole new era.
The
So you
whole
gotta
a whole
give him
new
his credit.
thing.
Yeah, for sure. All right, so that's the end of my lightning round for you. So we're gonna jump back in. I got a couple more questions, and then we'll wrap it up. All right. So
Yeah, no
my
problem.
next one is, what is your long-term goal for your company?
Right now, we're looking at transitioning from just being the sporadic, offering different types of cleaning services to becoming more of a facility maintenance company.
Yeah.
For our commercial clients. So eventually, I'm going to sell off all of the residential side of everything,
Mhm.
and just become a facility maintenance company where we're kind of doing a different array of different things for businesses.
I love it.
We've
I
kind
love
of
it.
already turned into that. It's just moving into that completely.
Yeah. Let me ask you why. Why do you want to go specifically for building maintenance and kind of get rid of the residential side? Just for anybody watching.
The scalability, for me, in my opinion, like I said, for me, how I see us, growing is I want to kind of take over the overall Carolina, so North Carolina and South Carolina.
Yep.
For me personally, it's easier and I don't know if there's fact or not, just for me, in my experience, it's easier for me to grow another business. Like I have a professional development program within our business, and within the
Mhm.
next year or 2 years, I'm going to give over part of that business to my general manager and my operational manager and let them go operate another location anywhere in the North Carolinas. And for me, it would be easier to grow like a facility maintenance company,
Yes.
because the
Yes.
systems are easier versus residential. Like, yes, I love residential. I love the cash flow, but it's hard to, teach that attention to detail that you need for residential.
Yeah. No,
So,
I agree.
yeah.
Yeah, I agree 1,000%. Okay, now my last one. If you had to start, or actually, I got one more after this, but second to last one. If you had to start all over right now from zero, you still got the same knowledge though, but you just got to start all over with nothing. What would you do to get back up to the point where you are today?
Oh, I'll do it again. Number one, I will start with house cleaning all over again.
Okay.
And my nemesis, I hate it, but the move in, move out cleanings.
Yeah.
I would start there. Move in, move outs, or like post renovation, like construction cleanup stuff. Those are the
Yeah.
easiest ones to get, in my
Mhm.
opinion. Easiest customers are always looking for people. It's a revolving door. No
Yeah.
matter, and just quick note, no matter how much these people tell you, oh, I got more business for you. No, they're gonna let you go and hire somebody else. So I'll
Right.
start there and just hit the ground running.
Okay. I love it. I love it. All right. Now, this is the real last question. The one I always ask everybody before we end it is, if somebody's watching this video right now and they're scared to make that jump into entrepreneurship and they wishing they can do it because Darrel did it, but they're not sure, what would you say to that person right now?
Oof, we need to have a conversation. No, first I would just say, man, I'm a man of faith. So for me, I believe, God led you to this opportunity to see, hey, here's two young men. Y'all have all heard of AJ's story that came from humble beginnings, and look at what he turned himself into from taking a leap, from taking a chance. And myself, you guys will get to learn my story as I start to release all the YouTube videos, or if you follow me online, you'll get to learn my story. But we're just two men, that took a chance. And then once we took a chance, we got hit in the mouth. I'm sure AJ can tell you 100 stories. He got hit in the mouth, so did I, but we kept going. We kept persevering through it. But because we listened to God and we walked through that door that He opened up, look at where we are. We're able to, be fruitful in His blessings. So that would be number one. If God's giving you this opportunity, man, jump on it. He's showing you this video. He's showing you all these other videos that you watched before this for a reason. It's up to you to go actually start it, right? And then number two, growing your personal mindset, man. Get rid of that stinking thinking. That's what I had to tell myself coming up. Stinking thinking is just those ideas where you're like, oh, I need to have a business plan. I need to do all these different things. This has to be perfectly planned before I can start. You don't. It's stinking thinking. You don't need an office to start. You don't need all these people. You don't even need to have an LLC to start. Just, get on DoorDash, make you $20, $30, go buy you some supplies from Dollar Tree and jump out there. Nobody knows except for you. As long as you do a good job initially, you're good to go. So just go from there and, stay prayed up and, reach out if you need assistance. That's all you can do. So that's all I got.
Hey, that's perfect. That's perfect, bro. Thank you so much for sharing that word. Mr. Darrel Moyd, y'all. This is the guy right here. He's killing it. Where can we follow your journey?
Best place right now is going to be on, like I would say, Instagram. Again, that's D-A Moyd, M-O-Y-D. I'm on LinkedIn also. I'm growing that platform, as well as on X. Same thing, D-A Moyd, M-O-Y-D. So those are probably the best places to reach me.
That's what it is. Darrel, thank you so much for coming on. Anybody watching this, join us. We in the Clean Biz Network, here to help you. I mean, you can ask this guy questions directly, because I know sometimes y'all don't want to talk to me. I'm the sales guy, right? I'm just trying to sell you a course or something. Well, talk to Darrel. Let him tell you the real. Then. You know what I mean?
Nah. Hey, AJ in the group, he's not the salesperson at all. He's a resource. Y'all get in there, man. He's a good resource. He'll reply. I mean, I'm on there at 12 o'clock at night. This dude's one of the only people that'll comment. So y'all jump in there, man. Jump in there.
Appreciate that, bro. All right, thank you, man. I appreciate you coming on.
All right, now.
Listen, every single year I host the biggest celebration of the cleaning industry, and that's the Clean Biz Network Conference, y'all. And get ready, get your tickets ASAP before time runs out. Go to www.cbnconference.com and meet me there. We're going to be in Las Vegas, y'all. Las Vegas at the JW Marriott Hotel. Get your tickets. You do not want to miss this event. Every single year it gets bigger and better. The dates are February 28th through March 1st, 2024. And this year, and we got a special guest hosting, y'all. This next conference that will be hosted by none other than Tenacity Academy, y'all. Tenacity Clean, y'all seen them on their YouTube channel. Mrs. Johnson, Miss Tamika, they gonna kill it. They gonna bring that energy. And not only them, we also got some amazing speakers lined up for y'all. I'm talking about Mr. Eric Coffey from GovCon Giants. If you are interested in government contracts, everybody knows Eric Coffey is the man. He is the GOAT of the government contract, y'all. So you definitely want to be there to hear from him. We got Raylan Dunlap from the Hustle Network. Check out our YouTube channel. Massive, all about just hustling and getting to this money, y'all. Shout out to the Cleaning Balls family. Meet DJ The Balls at the Clean Biz Network Conference. We also got Mila, the host keeper, the queen of Airbnb cleaning, y'all. Miss Carolyn Arilano. Y'all already know that she killing it as well in the cleaning space. The legendary Debbie Sardone, who has been the #1 residential cleaning consultant for I don't know how long now. She's probably the best to ever do it in the residential cleaning space. Mr. Mario Kelly, who specializes in stadiums, y'all. If you ever wanted to know how to get those big contracts cleaning the sports stadiums and all of that, you do not want to miss this. Mario Kelly will be there. And we also have the king of client attraction, Mr. Marquell Russell, will be in the building. You do not want to miss the event. And we have so many other great speakers as well, too many to name. Not to mention we're going to have breakout sessions. We're going to have special dinners served. It's going to be a black tie affair. We're going to give out awards. I'm telling you, it's going to be so big. Live DJs, you do not want to miss this event. Go to www.cbnconference.com. Get your tickets. Meet me there. Meet my wife. Meet my kids. We all going to be there. Let's get it, y'all.